Hi, I'm Jane, Element 212's content strategist. Today we're going to talk about story as the foundation of remarkable branding. What is the first thing you do when you have a great experience with a business? For most people, you tell your friends. Storytelling is our natural human instinct, especially when an experience touches us deeply. Telling stories forges connections between people, and effective storytelling in your content strategy is the foundation for building a remarkable brand. Your brand story is truly powerful. With a compelling story, you can create an emotional connection and build meaningful relationships with your customers. An engaging story can also help define your space in the market, and it can make sure that people remember your brand and go on to tell their friends, building up a loyal community of supporters for your business. Today, we're going to talk about why storytelling has so much potential to influence the success of your company. We will also explain 3 key strategies to help you craft a story that connects with your target audience. First, why do stories in our content strategy even matter? To answer that question, we're going to look at where stories appear in our lives. In our current market, storytelling is often used for advertising. To see an example of that, you just have to look at the Super Bowl. So many people tune in just for the commercials, many of which are all really just short stories. While some people may care about how well your product works and others might care about the great benefits of your service, you can be sure that everyone cares about and responds to stories. While a story is a great advertising tool, remember that you're not telling a story just to sell your product. The true power of stories is unlocked when you use them to connect with your customers, showing them your personality and your brand identity. Storytelling will influence how people feel about you, whether they want to support your brand, and if they keep up with your accomplishments and activities. Now that we've seen why stories matter and the impact good content marketing can have, let's go over a few approaches to make sure storytelling works for your company's branding. First, your brand story should be communicated in 2 ways. To start off, you want to establish your brand's identity, creating a unique space in the market for your company. This involves telling the story of how you started, what your impact is on people, and what your beliefs and core values are. Second, you also want to tell your customers' stories so they can see themselves reflected in the work of your brand. A story can help them get behind your beliefs and be convinced that what you do matters. Through a good story, you can show the many ways that people are impacted by you to be changed for the better. Besides telling your brand stories from multiple points of view, another strategy to remember is to keep your stories brief and memorable. People have shorter attention spans now than ever before, especially in our saturated online world where you encounter dozens of ads and messages every single day. Stick to a recognizable linear story structure with a clear beginning, middle, and end. And make sure your story has a hook to intrigue readers from the first encounter and bring them along with you for the whole narrative. One last approach to remember is that the most effective and memorable stories work because they connect to your emotions. When you can impact how people feel, whether about an issue or about your business, you're sure to stick in their minds. Find a way for the customer to connect and relate with you as a person, not just a company. Through storytelling, you can bridge the gap between your product or service and your target audience. So, we've covered why storytelling matters, and we've talked about how to approach the creation of an impactful story. Now, all that's left to do is to get out there to create, connect, and build your remarkable brand.